a craftsmanship handmade company from projects. I'm the one who created the ideas, and I am skilled enough to understand the market needs and the needs of the customers. It's more than 35 years I've been in the sector, and it's has been 19 years I have been in this company, and so I can understand the needs of the market and then create it into reality. The first thing I took into consideration is the ergonomy, the working ergonomy. First of all is working ergonomics. There was a great response to our chair, which is still produced, which is the ability of being close to the patient when the operator is working. Also, for what concerns the assistant, the spaces of the dental units are good enough for the dentist and the assistant as well. I didn't neglect the design as well. My way of thinking and creating, and also by the ideas which came from the market and our specialists from the sector who gave their opinion on this dental chair. One of the first things they said it was, it's beautiful, and that's what Made in Italy is. And the first thing that catches the eye is how beautiful it is. So it has to be beautiful for the patient and for the dentist as well. The patient needs to enter a space which is beautiful, elegant. And then we have very different colors, lines, shapes. Lines were designed from ourselves in the factory, me and Niccolò. There was particular care to the design. In 2008, the glass touch line was born. It was a year of crisis, a year of world crisis, but we committed and we worked hard to develop a new product. 2020, it was the same thing. We stopped during the COVID period, but we didn't stop to produce, but we stopped to think. Production never stopped. It was stopped only in the lockdown period, but after that, the growth was constant. The request of the market was always the same, and it was even doubled. There were new situations, new dealers. Katia developed the export market. Gabriele took care of the Italian market. Some of you dealers have called me to ask if I was still there, but I was there working on this. The main difference is from the old line to this one are everything. So the lines of the chair are completely different. The lines are very more elegant. The footrest has changed. Plastics is not something I like to say because it gives less value to the product, but it's a specific element for the medical field. It's a medical material, a medical plastics, which is resistant to chemicals. They have been tested, and some components of this material are also on the dental chair, which is produced until today. The same plastic used for the cuspidor is the same for the the footrest and many parts of the new units. So we continued a path we were already on. And this material was used to change a little bit of everything. The chair moves. I'm sorry if sometimes I get lost with microphone. The chair moves in a synchronic way with the seat, and the angle of the seat was enhanced to improve the comfort of the patient. And so he can comfortably sit on the backrest. Maybe the only thing that was kept of the old line was we added a second backrest. The backrest is in memory form. It is more rigid to give the form. And the central part is on memory form. If someone wants to sit on, it is my pleasure. The header has two articulations. It is completely made of stainless steel. It can be easily removed and moved. The footrest is made of an excellent material and is anti-scratch. That plastic was created by companies who create this material, especially to prevent scratches. Also, dirt is less visible for the patient. The hydro case was expanded, has been expanded. It was small before. You had to be really careful. And when a customer asked for more elements, it was really hard to work inside of it. The cuspidor is even more movable. Now the rotation is up to 270 degrees. It is removable, just like the one you already knew. This cuspidor is made of ceramic material. Ceramic is a material which is superior to ceramic. Ceramic has a problem that makes it hard to keep the same shape, but this material keeps always the same shape. So lines, shapes, corners are always the same, and it is more pretty. The cuspidor as well has a material we have used for 3 years, and we had no complaints about color changes and others. So we keep it like that. The assistant panel, assistant console, has a new shape as well. We didn't change the system, so where the suction hose is, the holder can be removed and put into the autoclave, so it can go back and place the cannula back. Every hose has 2 filters, covered by a little cutter, which prevents the others to see, hides the filter, and then can be put in place. The models are touch and glass, and T and G. And T and G, as for the instruments, you already know that. We changed forms, we changed materials. But in order to prevent giving too much innovation, we didn't change technology, the electronic part. We only made little modifications, because when you have to deal with innovation, there is the fear of selling a new product which you don't know how it could go. So we tested the mechanical part. It is not a model that was born yesterday. It was already in the works. We charged it, we moved it, we simulated 10 years of constant working. It went up and down, day and night, with 200 kilos on. So the chair can lift a 200 patient without any problem. So the mechanical and electronic part has correctly been tested. It is a little bit heavier of the one you are used to. The structure of the unit is a little bit stronger, less fragile, because some complained about the fact that the chair was a little bit swinging. What to say? The arm, the assistant arm. The arm, I think it's one of the key points of this unit, one of the most beautiful things we have created. It has brakes that the dentist can adjust on their own. The technician can show during the installation where the brakes are placed. With a screwdriver, he can adjust the friction. So there is a friction, a brake, that can be adjusted during the installation. First of all, the unit needs to be put in a vertical position, the arm, and it freely moves. It moves really with light movements, with a finger. The arm excursion is of 600 millimeters. And this is something I believe most of you will like. It moves really easily in all sides. And the 600 movement is also very requested. The top delivery system has the same structure. It's the same system we produce nowadays. Inside, there is the hose which keeps the instrument balanced. There is no tension, and we added the side movement. So, if I need to take the instrument from the side, the top delivery system follows the direction of desired by the dentist. There is a patent. There is the first patent of this chair. This patent is that even if the delivery system is a little bit bended, the instrument keeps its place, so goes back to their place. That's what the operator console does. Another peculiar part of this chair is that the backrest can be adjusted. You can adjust the height of the backrest. There is a mechanism. It is a mechanical motor. Let's say I can select. There is an ordinary patient, average patient, and the backrest. I didn't select, now I will. The backrest lowers and is positioned at the average length, so an average height of the patient. So I don't have to take the headrest and put it down every time. It is the backrest that goes down. I can lower it because sometimes there are little patients, children, up to 110 millimeters, more or less, because 110 millimeters is an important height for the backrest. So a child who has 10, 12 years, a child aged 10, 12 years old, can have the adequate height of the backrest, and put the head on the headrest. And it is also patented, so we are the first one, the only ones, to create a system like that. A system that can lower the backrest to make the chair adequate for a children or another height of the patient. The handles can be removed and autoclavable. They are easily removed. And also the tray mat and everything you saw on our previous version dental units. Another very key point is the pedal, the foot pedal. We kept the same weight for the foot pedal and the mechanics because it was excellent as it was, but there were some modifications to be made. Because sometimes when walking, the assistant or the dentist tripped on the foot pedal, and some of them also made us put down the handle. But now the handle is sweepable. It can be put in place. And please suggest please suggest the Wi-Fi model, because the cable is not a problem anymore. We had very little problems with this kind of foot pedals. We can install a lot of units with different channels. There's no interference problems with the foot pedals. When the dentist needs to move the pedal, it can take the handle and move the foot pedal. And there are some movements which are already included, the on and off of the lamp, positioning of the zero position of the chair. The other functions, we kept all the functions because they were appreciated by all, and we kept the same things. The ambidextrous unit. The ambidextrous units. Real ambidextrous units are very rare in the market. That's what we did. It's really easy. Even the assistant, when the dentist changes, can bring the unit from one side to the other. Let me show you how.
La poltrona si muove da sola.
The chair moves automatically because it is
è posizionata sulla sua base,
on its base, whereas the dental, hydro case and the arm moves autonomously. Let's remove the footrest. It is really easy to remove. Once we take off this part,
e lo muovo di 90 gradi.
And I move it in 90 degrees.
Sgancio il secondo punto.
Then I unlock the second point.
Tiro sullo schienale.
I put the backrest up.
E il gioco è fatto, quindi.
And it's done.
Secondo punto bloccato.
In this way it is locked, and the unit has become completely for left-handed users.
Grazie.
Thank you.
Una piccola battuta. L'ho progettato durante la
A little joke. I designed it during the COVID week I took. COVID made me good.
Sì. Non ha bisogno di essere fissato a terra.
It doesn't need to be fixed on the floor because the rotation point of the weight of the arm
cade quasi nella base.
is almost on the basis of the chair, because the base of the chair is hidden by the chair and is very long. So the footrest is really easy to put on.
Sistema di poggiapiedi che
the footrest system
sugli altri riuniti, quindi
is the same we have on the other dental units. So when you need to remove it to clean it, it is easily removed. And so even the assistant can carry out this task. So the buttons are the other way around, and has become an ambidextrous unit. There's an additional tray for those who want to add another tray. This chair is adequate for surgery.
Secondo me possono essere tranquillamente sostituiti da questa poltrona.
Very big dental units can be easily replaced by this unit, because those who operate with this chair have really great access to the patient because the backrest allows the operator to be closer to the patient, to the average patient. An average patient is really comfortable on this unit. I've always tried it. I've been seated there. I've sat there for for some time, and I can say that is comfortable enough. The backrest, other than the seat moves upright. Some units are placed on the front, or for those of you who want to try them. You will see that when you lower on the backrest, the footrest will go up automatically. The carters of the hydro case, we took care of that as well. You really appreciated the swivelable opening of the hydro case because it was easy for dentists and assistants as well to clean filters and amalgam separator system, or maybe the cuspidor drain valve. The filters, as you can see, as I was saying before, you can see it clearly in this unit. They can be removed and placed directly on the hanging, the suction hose, which can be placed in its support. This also goes for the small suction hose. It is a magnet. The carter opens with a door opening system. If I open the door, I can access the hydro case part for the suction and disinfection system. The bottles and the recipients, the vessels of the disinfection system, are put on the front carter, which can be rotated and opened, and reveals the bottles, the water bottle, the independent the water bottle and the disinfection bottle. Now the standard is a 2-liter bottle. Now, back then it was an accessory, now it is a standard. What's more to say? The care for the disinfection system. Along with Professor Marzo, who is the director of orthodontic school, and Professor Marchetti, and biochemical chemistry. With them, we had a detailed study, a research project which lasted almost a year. They took care of this project, and we developed along with them this system. A system which could, according to the results, lower and defeat Legionella. And so to bring up to 99% the percentage of defeating Legionella. The new system was already tested, and it is called MDS Plus 17. It is a way to satisfy the regulation which needs the hydric disjunction So it requests the division between the water of the unit and the mains water. So when you mix this this liquid, which is a metasis liquid, the WK liquid, diluted to 2%, and for 20 minutes mixed to mains water, it lowers Legionella and introduces bacteria, and we tested its use. If the liquid remains for 30 minutes, according to the studies, the bacteria are defeated 100%. We will publish this information along with all we did today with our unit. I think there's nothing more to add. Thank you so much for listening to me. Of course, you couldn't be alone while projecting all these machines, all these projects, this new technology. This is a teamwork. This is a teamwork with my company. Now my company has 40 families. It is a big family. We have guys who work hard and work passionately. They have been with me forever, and they grew year by year on the project side, on the purchasing side, on the service side. We never stopped the chain. We always went on and grew. So let's call two people who represent the commercial side of Milionico. So I wanted to call Katia Cea, Global Export Sales Director, and Italy Sales Director, Gabriele Dias.
Buonasera a tutti.
Good evening, everyone.
Sì, buonasera a tutti.
Good evening, everybody.
Allora, prima di continuare, no?
Before going on, I have to ask you some questions. If you I ask you if you want to sit, if you want to stay, to stand. I go there because I'm short. It's not exactly true. Please tell me, Riccardo. It's not easy to speak and to catch the attention after all this interesting news revealed by our big boss. Because you have here our dealers, but many technicians are there, so the technical part is better than the commercial part. So, first of all, from your experience, what's your goals? What have been your goals? Why it is important to speak about this in this moment? Katia, let's start from the beginning.
Faccio con... Sta andando. Bene, vabbè, innanzitutto prima di iniziare, Riccardo...
First of all, Riccardo, I would like to thank Giuseppe Milionico, our host, for giving us the chance to meet here again all together. And I thank all of your Italian friends and our foreign partners and friends for accepting our invitation and for being here tonight. I'm sorry and I sincerely thank every one of you who hasn't been able to make it for obvious reasons. And for distant related only reasons, many of our extra European partners aren't here tonight, but they are probably following our live stream, and I warmly greet you. with all these innovations. Can you tell us the new markets? In which market do you want to try to export your presence? With this new line is to strengthen the countries we are already present, who believe in us and are on the field to face with the many alternatives present on the market of the free concurrence. We are conquering our space little by little, like little ants, by using our strength and overcoming our limits. We have historic companies and giants with whom we comfort daily, but I know from personal experience that dimensions aren't everything. Same goes for dental units. It's passion and what is inside that makes a difference in the long term. I have written some things down because my memory isn't good, you know that. And also to give Maria the possibility to translate simultaneously what we are tasting. And please thank Maria. Please give it up for her. So our strength, in some cases, is not the price, but we are working on this as well. You will find for sure around the corner someone who will offer you a lower price to gain another sale, or to take away a dealer from Milionico, because most probably it has more commercial power. There is a lot of competition in the dental unit field. Our strength today is knowing we don't have to renounce quality and the whole production inside our factory, despite knowing we are swimming against the tide. Any of you who made us the honor to come and visit us had the chance to touch firsthand and see with their own eyes what I am talking about. Our strength must be the teamwork and uniting our efforts to elevate even more our brand. Today, we don't want to make a comparison with our cheaper competitors in a price battle, because this is no good for economics, this is no good for a company, for you dealers, and in turn for the end users of the units, and who will choose inferior quality to save a few €100. Our strengths need to be offering our final user working station and more ergonomic and more complete configurations by proposing and also disinfection systems and media pack, which may justify a bigger investment of money, as well by those who will buy our units compared to who will buy cheaper units. Many of you know my passion for wine, and I like to compare this new product line to a precious bottle of wine of a good vintage. Let's think of a bottle of Barolo, of Porto, or Champagne. Why can a good wine cost so much compared to a wine we find in a supermarket? Because behind that bottle of wine there are fine grapes from a single wine of a particular vintage, particularly favorable from a climatic point of view. There is the enologist who carefully selects the grapes, who checks the grapes and decides when is the time to harvest. And there's those who will harvest and work on those grapes, carefully until the refinement phase or the aging phase inside a barrel for many years before being put on the market. Well, today we want partners, and luckily we have a lot who know how to explain why our units have an added value, and that the parameter of comparison cannot only be the price, also, but it's not a priority, because there's so much hard work, there are high quality materials, And the production costs are real. There is continuous research and improvement. There's yours and our fast and constant service. Behind these units, there is a real company with serious people ready to support you in every moment. And exactly as happens for a bottle of wine, you decide to spend that money on a precious wine because you know it will pay you back with emotions when you taste it. Today, with our new product line, we are ready to meet the needs of those who ask us for a concept and a design made of more linear and modern lines. You were waiting for it. We want to cover soon Northern Europe as well, Scandinavia, which is used to different concepts from the Italian ones, and today they might find in Milionico a good alternative. Just like the American concept is different, but we are also as well approaching them in the foreseeable future. Yes, because we are finalizing the FDA registration procedure to export soon to the United States and Canada. Katia, one question. What does Made in Italy mean for you? This company is all made in Italy. We represent Made in Italy in the world. What's your, let's say, your warranty when you express something, when you suggest the product to your dealers? You talked about bottles. You use other metaphors to express this how much technology and how much research is there behind this product. Well, Riccardo, I have to say that Made in Italy is for us a very essential point because it's a key point for us. We are proud of being a company in the south. We are proud of being a southern Italy company. We have all the procedures inside. We carry out all the procedures inside the factory, and that's what makes us stronger and improve and allows us to improve it day by day. Made in Italy is renewed all around the world for the design, for everything that is history, the Italian history, and today we are proud of being Italian. One last question. Now you achieved a full European covering. You said that you were approaching the United States and Canada markets and all the registration procedures to export the products overseas. Does this makes you proud being the export director? Of course, yes. Before speaking about goals, I would like to speak about beginnings. Many of you know my story. I don't want to get you bored, but I would like to tell you. I arrived in Milionico in 2010. He was already on with it, but more than 10 years ago. How time flies. I don't come from the dental field, so when I arrived, it was all new to me. I would like to read a small passage I have written down for telling you what my experience is. I didn't know absolutely anything, and it's just thanks to Giuseppe Milionico, and I will thank him forever. I don't know the exact reason why. He has believed in me since the beginning. He had the patience to explain everything. I didn't know what a micromotor was, or a scaler, or a turbine, or a hydro case. He explained everything, the principle of endodontics and suction systems. I would like to speak. Katia asks herself, wonders why, how I understood why she was a good commercial. She sold me the first SIM card for a mobile phone. And that's the moment when I wanted her. I knew I wanted her in my team.
Diciamo che prima ecco, facevo questo.
That's what I did before.
E quindi ecco, mi ha insegnato tutto.
And so he taught me everything,
E poi
and I owe him everything I know. She did everything on her own.
tanto anche del tuo aiuto e ti ringrazierò.
Your help was fundamental, and I will thank you forever for this. Because you gave me the space to act and express myself in a professional growth path until we get to 2 years ago when you gave me the title of Export Sales Director, a compelling and fascinating path, which has become a constant challenge for me and still is.
Ho iniziato con il commerciale.
I started with Italian sales, having the chance to meet our first Italian dealers,
Alcuni dei quali li vedo anche
and I see some of them here tonight, and I would like to thank you, because all of you taught me something as well.
ad organizzare qualche feria.
Then I started organizing some Italian exhibition. Back then we didn't have a marketing department as we do now.
Grazie Giorgia.
And thank you, Georgia, who organized this event.
C'era il Denta Levante qua.
There was Dental Levante here in Bari, the Dental Go in Naples,
C'era l'Expo Denta,
and then the Expo Dental in Milan,
dove sono iniziati piccoli
where we started the first approaches with some foreign dealers,
settori esteri.
the first foreign dealers. And that's where the idea to participate for the first time in the Cologne exhibition in 2011 was born.
Perché quindi abbiamo iniziato ad esportare soltanto nel 2011.
It's not a long time because we only started exporting in 2011 in some countries such as Portugal, France, Spain, Turkey, just them.
Diciamo che in pochi anni
And in a few years, we have been able to make Milionico grow
in ben 60, mi dico,
in more than in 65 countries in the world.
Balcani ovviamente, paesi russi.
So in Europe, Balkans, in Africa, Middle East.
Ringrazio anche i miei
And I would like to thank my area manager, Michael McGee and Elena Shilenkova, who take care of the Middle Eastern countries and the Russian-speaking countries for Elena.
anche se Milionico in realtà
Even if Milionico,
non pensava che avrebbe
by the way, didn't think that could export in foreign countries because
difficilissimo pronunciarlo.
Giuseppe didn't think about exporting because Milionico is really difficult to pronounce in other languages.
Così da quella prima fiera di Bologna quindi abbiamo
So from that first Cologne exhibition, we started exporting all around the world.
io sono davvero orgogliosa perché lo abbiamo fatto.
And I am very proud of it because we did it step by step, brick after brick, or as Al Pacino used to say, inch by inch, as referring for American football. Many emotions, sometimes marked by the fear of not making it, sacrifices and sometimes even cancellations, but then even tears of joy when he loaded the first containers to Morocco, Algeria, Turkey or Saudi Arabia. We were happy because those were the first successful sales with the markets, with the foreign markets. And then there were our first success when we could see firsthand during the exhibition the interest and the appeal of the quality of our products.
Non di meno, ecco, questo lo devo
And
leggere
then
perché mi emoziona. Conoscere in giro per il mondo
to know all around the world many partners who became real friends. And that's a big goal for me.
dal 2011 ad oggi possiamo dire
So from 2001 until today, we can affirm that Milionico has become one of the excelling realities of the southern Italy. And it's not easy. And aimed at internationalization. Of course, always keeping a close eye on the local market, the Italian market, that thanks to Gabriele today is on the right track to take off.
ho riportato prima i miei
2 years ago, Giuseppe
due anni fa Giuseppe mi ha affidato
entrusted me with the export sales directions, although I have worked for many years now with my export team, as I was saying before, made by Elena and Michael. So let's talk about goals and numbers. Nowadays, 70% of the dental units produced by Milionico cross the Italian borders, headed to almost 60 countries in Europe. Our factory grows day by day. Last year, we produced almost 200 units more than the previous year, thanks to the efforts and care of everyone. Thanks to our colleagues from the production departments. They are represented today by our production manager, Giovanni, and I want to thank them for the great job they carry out every day with a sense of belonging to the company that only makes us proud. Just as I am proud of each one of you who spread the values of our company, fighting our competitors and the challenges of the market. We went through hard times such as the COVID period or the world. I had many calls from our partners who were afraid of the future of the economy, of economics and the sales of dental units, of the world economic crisis, but we faced them together because what really matters is to believe in this and never give up. And I am proud and lucky to be a part of this team, which I like to call family. So thank you, Katia, for the beautiful words and what you said. So I have to leave for. He joined Milionico not long ago, but he became Italian sales director, the Italy sales director. Before introducing you, don't worry, don't ask Gabriele any question, because Gabriele is a one-man show. Someone told me this, but I won't tell who. Just one question. So you joined Milionico not long ago, bringing your know-how and your experience from many fields. Would you like to talk us about how you managed to affirm as a referring point for all Milionico dealers in Italy? Thank you for this introduction. How I did it. The history I appreciated a lot was the story of David who uses this little string to defeat the monster. He was really intelligent. When I arrived in Milionico, when I talked for the first time with this man, I thought, because I came from Agolia, I came from big companies, so it was hard for me to imagine in a small reality, in a small company. So I wondered how could I do with different instruments, but it was really easy. And after hearing Katia speaking and Giuseppe speaking, which are the history of this company, the answer is really easy. When you enter a new group, it is sufficient to observe. Just like I observed all the machines, the production procedures. I learned something from each one of them, from Giovanni, our production manager, David, our purchasing manager, Paolo, our service manager. I wanted to learn as much as possible from them. And just like Katia told about the spirit of Milionico in the world, I can say what my vision for Italy is. Italy is a really peculiar country. We know that. Because as for the market and social side, it is really different from one another. The northern spaces the northern areas have very different purchasing uses from the southern one. And so it was hard to trace a line, a marketing strategy, because you have to put together different cultures. So it's a little bit like David and Goliath. We are little, but we are growing. We are fighting with very big group. But the question I ask myself is it so clear that the giants always have to win? The answer is not that easy, because we have to understand what the key point of the for win is. The choice is to be a complete made in Italy, a real made in Italy, to have a care about details, and I see that. Because I see that a dental unit doesn't go out of the factory without being perfect. Not 100% perfect, because perfection is not real. I don't want to talk a lot, because I would like to make you talk after. My idea for Italy is that the Italian dealers should not be sellers. You don't have to sell our product, because selling is an emotional product, and it's an emotional process. Selling is not giving a price to an article and selling it. This is place a product. There was an old habit in the Italian market, but the emotional sale is made by observation, is made by touching firsthand, and then the emotion starts. That's when the desire for the product is born. How you make the product be desired? I would like not to have 28, 29 dealers to sell, but I want 28, 29 dealers who work with our value, with our values, with how we work. If something in the working chain does not work, we stop, we think, we comment what's going on. And that's the reason why David can defeat Goliath, because if we take care about details, and the price becomes a secondary element. Of course, it is important, but it's not one of the first arguments to win a sale. How many times you needed to spend more in order to obtain something? Because you desired it. Because if we confront to dealers who make very big numbers but sell dental units with a lower price, that's not how it works. Milionico is not that. Milionico, it's a story written by Giuseppe, by Katia, for the Italian market at the beginning, then for the export department, and then for me as well, as the Italy sales manager, Italy sales director. One last question, Gabriele. Would you like to talk about your new short-term goals? We are in this moment where our competitors were some years ago. We are just like the followers, so some companies which are a step behind, sometimes just like soccer teams who are behind in the championship, who risk to slow down, But we are not slowing down. We are running, and we are bringing innovation, just as Giuseppe did, some very new innovations. We will deepen the comments about commercial side. We will innovations in the marketing side, strategic commercial side. There will be a very big new innovation for our dealers, a new configurator to create and develop the dental unit in a more emotional way and make the customer perceive it like that. In the northern part of Italy, we have very strong competition, especially in Emilia-Romagna, and we have to fight our competitors in that area, especially. So, let's take a break, a little coffee break, and then we will be back, because there are some awards. Let's just say awards, and then we will discover about it later. Thank you.
Ok. Riprendiamo con un fortissimo applauso, ma
We are back with a beautiful applause because we promised some awards now. So I'll leave the microphone to you, and so you have to explain why those awards are taking place. Welcome back.
per la prima volta
So, for the first time in Milionico's history,
se dico una cosa non
please
esatta,
correct me if I'm wrong,
abbiamo ritenuto opportuno in un anno
we
che seguiva
decided in a
il
year
21,
which
era un anno di contrazione
followed the
globale,
2021,
economica,
which was
il
a
22 è stato un
global
anno importante per
recognition
noi.
year.
Quindi è giusto
2022 was a
come
very
anno
important
zero
year for us, and
cominciare a
so
riconoscere i meriti dei
from
professionali del
2022
campo
on,
d'Italia.
it's
E
good
quindi
to
cominciamo a
recognize
riconoscere in categorie
some
diverse degli obiettivi su cui
we owe someone, and so
le
for
signore sa,
different
ci
reasons,
diranno, però avevo pensato
let's
per questa
start from
presentazione
Italy.
di utilizzare il paradigma calcistico.
Ladies will forgive me if I use the soccer comparison. So I imagine a soccer football team, Italy, with specific roles. So let's start from the first
Loyalty Award 2022
award, Loyalty Award 2022.
che diamo a una persona che è con noi da sempre.
It's an award for a person who has been with us forever. Is a person who has the role of the captain of the team. He never gives up. He always does his job perfectly. So the Loyalty Award 2022 goes to Dental 4 di Giovanni Forni. Yes. Show it clearly.
Allora, andiamo al
So,
secondo premio.
let's go to the second award. This is an award thought for who in the previous year
La serie di richieste di vendite più
made us a complex series of sales configurations. A person who equipped the dental unit with as many accessories as possible. It was only the coffee machine was missing from this dental unit, and he is beautiful, young, and nice. So the best configurator 2022 is the most young player, Whitec SRLS. So, third award for Italy. This is an award which goes to the dealer who obtained the best growth in respect to the previous years. He's like a player who always keeps on growing, and so it's the best player. So best growth 2022 is Colombo Claudio.
Qui andiamo proprio sul
So
tecnico.
then we go to the technical side. This is an award given to the best technical seller. So the one who had the best performance as a one-man show. He sells, he gives consonants, he installs, he gives a psychological session to the dentist when the dental chair is blocked. So the best technical sales 2022 is Silpat di Arnetoli Riccardo.
Ok, siamo al penultimo premio per l'Italia.
Here's the last one award for Italy. This is the player you buy at the market in January and you discover it's the best player. So the best new dealer award 2022 is our newest dealer, Forniture Dentali.
Ultimo premio.
Last award.
Questo è un premio
This is an award
che non solo racchiude poi la miglior
which
performance
encapsulates the best performance in general, but the best player in general, most representative for who has been with us for a long time, and we hope he could win this award for a long time. Best Performance Award 2022, Dental Futura. You are so many, maybe you have to get off the stage. Obviously, I would like to thank all the dealers who in 2022 contributed to the results of Milionico, because each one of you had his own role in making Milionico grow all over the world. Thanks. Well, now the situation is more complicated because we have so many nations for these Milionico awards for the export. So the same awards Gabriele gave to Italy would have to be given to each one of the countries. But we chose some awards to recognize our path in the export department. I would like to make you know the first installation we made outside our borders. And so the first installation was carried out in Croatia. So the first Milionico export installation in 2010 But then, as I said before, we started seriously exporting with the first Milionico dealers. I mentioned some countries before, some dealer we lost along the path, but some of them are still here. So I would like to hand the loyalty award for the first Milionico export dealer to two people in general. Portugal, Lionel Ferreira and Guedes, and France, Dental Equipment. I hope I pronounced it right. And so, please, guys.
Qui se volete scendere per fare le fotografie.
Please, if you want to get off the stage to be photographed. So, he is not here with us because it's on the other side of the world. Maybe he's still sleeping. I hope he's following our live stream. It's the award to the best startup worldwide, just like we did in Italy, who started with us in 2022, but is already doing a very good job to sell Milionico units. So I would like to give the best startup worldwide award to Buying Dental Australia, because he was the startup of 2022 to Australia. He cannot be handed the prize, so I, as a symbol, I give it to Mr. Milionico. We will send it along with our next dental unit order. So, it's not over, we're in the middle. This award is to give importance to what we are doing tonight, so to the new dental line, dental units line. So we have new importers. We're joining a very new market. They waited for almost a year to work with us, and this market is Germany. And so I would like to give the first Milionico branch new production line 2023 IDS, Italian Dental Solution, Germany. Unfortunately, this award as well cannot be delivered because to last-minute problems he couldn't come. But an award I care about very much is how our units are exhibited in your showroom, because your showrooms are our showroom in the world. So our award goes to a country along with Italy, has grown so much, which is Albania. So our best Milionico showroom 2022, our last and newest showroom is Dental Leader Corsi and Edmund Mema, who isn't here with us tonight. I cannot deliver it yet, So Giuseppe Milionico will be given another prize tonight. As I was saying not long ago, it's important to us to make the brand growth, so to promote the brand, to make you are always on the field. Many of you are technicians. You have the patience to explain it, to explain the quality of our units. There's someone who's already moving on other directions, in other direction, which is the marketing. This point is very important for us as well. And there's a country who is working and spends a lot of money on advertising and the brand promotion. He organizes an important congress in Brasov, in Planto Days, where more than 500 dentists attend and see our units. The exhibitions, they never miss an opportunity. They are always present with big brand promotion for our brand. So the best brand marketing and brand promotion for our brand is Gursk Medica, Romania. And then I would like to copy from Gabriele by doing some analysis to understand who in 2022 really run, and to think that who I'm giving this award to has grown more than 100%. So the average sales of the units have grown from 18 to almost 50. So the best sales growth 2022, Lionel Ferreira and Guedes from Portugal. This is the second award for them. %102% of growth. So now the export is organized in this way. In some countries we have an only dealer, while in some other countries we have more dealers, such as France, Spain, and UK, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland. Of all these countries, I made some research, I did my research, and unfortunately they are all absent. I would like to give the prize to Best Sale Performance 2022 in a multi-dealer country to Office Dental in France. For Spain, Good Dental. And in the UK, and the only one who can retrieve the prize is Michael McGee, the area manager for UK. The other two prizes will be sent along with our next order of dental units. The best dealer for the UK is Physident. No, it's not here. He couldn't come.
Invece,
On the other hand,
abbiamo i paesi extraeuropei.
we also have extra European countries. This prize as well cannot be delivered right now. So for the extra European countries, the best dealer who sold the most is Turkey. So the best extra EU sales performance 2022 goes to Dunya Dental, Turkey. This customer as well is Michael's, so I want to give Michael this prize and he will deliver it to Dunya.
E quindi,
And so,
last but not least, come dicono
last but not least, how
Grammy Award,
they say for the Grammy Awards,
chi ha venduto di più in Europa.
we have who sold the most in Europe as importer, as only dealer in a country. So for me,
Diciamo con un complimento doveroso da parte
as a very deserved compliment from me, because he always worked all holidays, all days. He always called me to ask for support. He is also a very good technician, and for various reasons I am very happy to give the best EU sales performance 2022 to dental expert Poland, to Miroslav Bruninski.
Diciamo che con le premiazioni dei dealer io avrei terminato.
I have so the dealers awards are over, but I wanted to thank all of you who are present and not present, my foreign dealers of all countries, all provinces.
Abbiamo un piccolo esempio, abbiamo i nostri
Here's an example, because we have our French dealers, Romania, Slovenia, Bosnia, Croatia. I would like to mention all of you because I heartedly thank you. Netherlands, Greece, Portugal, Slovakia, UK,
Irlanda del Nord,
Northern Ireland,
chi altro?
Bulgaria, Ireland.
Ok. Tutti gli altri non sono presenti.
All of them aren't here tonight, but thank you very much for bringing Milionico all over the world.
Non avrei potuto farlo
And I could not do this because all these countries are too many for me, because I'm getting old. And so I have by my side an export team. And so I would like to give my personal loyalty award to Michael Rodney McGee, I cannot never pronounce it, and Elena Shilenkova, my two area managers, who help me and support and deal with me in my team. Here's some flower for you as well. Thank you.
E adesso, ecco, io avrei davvero
And now,
concluso. Possiamo andare
I
avanti.
am really over.
Deve
So now it's the turn of Mr. Miglionico. He is going to say a few words.
Sì, però ci siamo. Allora, questa è una...
So this is a special award ceremony
per alcuni miei collaboratori.
for some of my colleagues, my collaborators,
Con gratitudine
with gratitude for the loyalty to the company, for the hard work and constant commitment from the beginning of this adventure, and for all these years,
contribuendo al successo
contributed to the success we achieved together until today.
lo vado a prendere.
I'm going to fetch him,
Che sicuramente adesso sta... Non sa chi
because for sure he doesn't know who it is. Maria Antonietta was
è stata la mamma di tutti qua dentro.
the mother of everyone inside this factory.
È sempre nascosta.
She's always hidden. She doesn't show herself much. She takes care of the accountant department in Miglionico. She takes care of every account,
Non le fatture quelle che intendete
invoices
fiscali, quelle da pagare, tutto il resto.
to pay. So thank you so much.
Invece poi a chi gestisce tutta la parte
So
tecnica,
then I would like to give an award to the one who deals the technical part. All of you technicians know
che risolve tutte le problematiche.
he solves all problems, issues, which are only a few, by the way, and he is Paolo Romanelli.
Ancora un grazie a una persona speciale.
Another thank you to another special person which a very hard work keeps organized as well as he can in this crisis period. Components have been missing a lot in this period, and he fought day and night to buy and keep in stock electrical boards, lamps, everything about raw materials. If we deliver the dental units on time,
Dipende soltanto da
it's thanks to him, David Troccoli.
Abbiamo finito? No. No, non abbiamo finito.
No, it's not over.
Pensavo di
We're not done. I thought
non riesco a
I
leggere.
was done. I cannot read. I need glasses.
Leggere.
Do I have to read?
Un grande riconoscimento a
Well,
Katia
a big
Cera.
thank you to Katia Cea,
Katia Cera che
who
sì, lei ha creato
created the export department of
Come vi ho
Miglionico.
raccontato prima,
She already told you before
anima, cuore,
how she gave time, heart. She sacrificed part of her personal life by answering day and night to your mails. She was connected on Saturday, Sunday.
fermate ancora non si ferma ancora.
She never stopped. She never stopped, and she never stops because, as you know her, she has a very lot of patients. She also takes care of technical issues because she is contacted also on Saturday because they know that she can solve every problem. Thanks, Katia.
Beh, e poi anche a Gabriele Deia,
And then also to Gabriele Deias,
che in poco tempo
who in a very short time
e la
took our dental unit,
operato
took the machine and brought it
studiato
on.
su internet.
He studied every day on the internet. He saw a lot of videos. He learned what implantology is and endodontics is. So everything that needs to be learned to sell our machines. So he organized Italy in a very interesting way, and with our dealers, we are very enthusiastic of your work.
Grazie a tutti. Credo che adesso
Thanks to all of you. I think we're done now. No?
non so come continuare.
I don't know how to go on. Who would like to speak up?
Ah, sì, è vero,
Oh, yes.
è vero. Toccava a me.
You're right.
Sì, 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 sì.
It was my turn to do it.
Beh, durante il periodo Covid,
Well, during this COVID period,
diciamo che abbiamo fatto un ampliamento aziendale.
we expanded our company.
La superficie aziendale è aumentata di
Our company surface has expanded, has grown of almost 200 square meters, and there was a project,
ampliamento,
and there was an expansion project,
alcuni step
and there had to be some steps to be followed
ampliamento
of this expansion, and all of this
egregiamente
was carefully followed by Mariangela Briguglio,
valida collaboratrice
a loyal colleague, like everyone in the Milionico family.
Adesso faccio io,
Now it's my turn.
se vuoi. Ti libero un po'. Diciamo che
Well,
vorrei ringraziare,
I would
se
like to
consentite,
thank,
la persona
if you
che non
want,
era tanto con noi.
a person who is not who has not been with us for a long time, but she took care of this event, every detail of this event, sometimes last-minute details, because we wanted to present to our dealers our dental units before Cologne.
Vorrei ringraziare
So I would like to thank Giorgia Murgolo,
responsabile marketing.
our marketing manager.
Vieni qua.
Come here,
Sono
please.
miei questi.
These are not mine.
Grazie Giorgia.
Thank you,
perché
Giorgia,
davvero hai fatto un grandissimo lavoro.
because you did an excellent job working day and night.
Fantastica. Grazie Giorgia.
You were fantastic. Thank you, Georgia.
Stai al centro. Vieni, Gabriele. Grazie Giorgia. E poi, ecco,
And then
abbiamo un altro
I think I have another bouquet, flower bouquet.
No, allora io in realtà vorrei che i nostri
In reality, I would like
un po' senza la loro traduzione.
to be without their headphones for a little bit because I would like to call
Che mi ha consentito
the
di parlare italiano.
the person who allowed myself to speak Italian. Many of you didn't never listened to me speak Italian. This is thanks to Maria.
E sta traducendo per tutti instancabilmente, che ha collaborato con Giorgia per la realizzazione di tutto il materiale ed è la mia fantastica assistente commerciale. Alcuni di voi l'hanno vista, anche Italia, devo dire ce la contendiamo. Alcuni di voi l'avranno vista nelle fiere, è venuta con me a Parigi, è venuta con me in Spagna, a Madrid, perché è multilanguage. E quindi grazie Maria, a nome di tutti noi, per il tuo lavoro. Giuseppe, mettiti al cielo. E tu... E poi, grazie a te Maria. E poi ecco, i fiori li avevamo terminati, però ecco vorrei ringraziare le altre due donne che sono qui nella nostra squadra, e che sono Anna e Erika. Anna l'aiuto all'amministrazione, la nostra contabile che aiuta Maria Antonietta, Erika che vedete finalmente è la logistica quando i nostri riuniti sono pronti per partire. Forse abbiamo un altro mazzo simbolico. Grazie ragazze per quello che fate. E vorrei chiamare, visto che l'ho citato prima, vorrei chiamare anche Giovanni, che è il nostro responsabile di produzione, che qui stasera rappresenta tutti i ragazzi che sono in produzione, che non vedete e che lavorano giorno e notte. Beh, giorno e notte no, ancora no. Lavorano instancabilmente affinché i riuniti che ricevete, insomma, siano completi e puntuali. Grazie anche a te Giovanni. Penso che abbiamo terminato.
I think we're done.
Che dire, grazie a tutti per essere venuti. Spero che vi sia piaciuta questa serata, ci tenevamo moltissimo. È vero Gabriele? E quindi ecco l'abbiamo organizzata veramente all'ultimo minuto, correndo tutti, e quindi ecco siamo veramente molto emozionati. Quindi grazie a tutti e ci rivediamo tra poco per la cena. Ore 20 mi dicono.
Signore e signori, questa è la famiglia Miglionico.
This is the Miglionico family.
E ecco, ultimo ma non ultimo, un ultimissimo ringraziamento. Ecco, questo credo che sia Giuseppe a volerlo dire. Prego.
Sì, allora per realizzare tutte queste forme,
In order to create all these
vero?
shapes,
Che io no, aspetta, dopo. Per realizzare tutte queste forme,
to create
io
all
ero
these new
il
lines,
capo che
I
dava
was the head
disposizioni,
of
quindi
the
che muoveva i
department
fili,
who
ma
gave
non li muovevo
directions.
perché lui era un burattino, ma perché lui
But
ha
I
percepito
didn't
molto bene
give
quello che
instructions.
erano le mie
He
idee.
understood very clearly what
E
my
le mie idee
ideas
poi le ha
were.
sviluppate
So
in
my
3D.
ideas were
Niccolò
developed
Atlante.
in 3D, and he is Niccolò Atlante.
Bravo Niccolò, grazie.
Metto sotto, sono elettrico.
No, non ti preoccupare, siamo più o meno uguali.
Sì, un ringraziamento anche va alla mia famiglia,
I would like to thank
che
my
mia
family
moglie
as well,
specialmente mi ha
my wife,
sopportato,
who
oltre che supportato,
had to deal
perché
with me,
io non
and
ero
he
mai a
had
casa,
to,
sabato,
and
domenica
she
rientravo tardi.
was my
Quindi
support
ha avuto tanta di
because
quella
she had a lot of
pazienza
patience. I was
per
always coming
attraversare
home
questo
late,
periodo, e
and
quindi un
this was a very
ringraziamento anche a
difficult
loro, ai
period,
miei figli. Qui ce n'è
very difficult
soltanto
time. Thanks my sons. Two of them are here. The other one is at home
Grazie anche a
with the
voi.
flu. But
Facciamo una
thank
foto
you all.
insieme.
Volevo fare una foto di gruppo? Vorrei chiamare tutta la Miglionico qua sul palco per fare una foto di gruppo. C'è uno staccato musicale,
Mettetevi al centro, mettetevi di là.
l'importante è che vi lasciate sul pacchetto.
Dai che si fredda la pasta, si fredda la pasta.
Aspetta, no, aspetta. Aspetta, salgo io, che faccio?
Sì, vieni vicino a me.